my channel, or if you are new here then welcome. I'm Jodie and I am super excited for today's video. Today's video is actually an Instagram followers blindly choose my September TBR. By blindly I mean I put some polls up on my Instagram stories and I did not explain what was going on, why I posted it, what it was for, but it is actually for my September TBR, which I have all down here, all the books that I'm considering. The idea behind today's video I actually saw on another booktuber's video, so I will put her screenshot of her page here, and if you don't follow then definitely go and check it out. It's such a fun idea, and as a mood reader I can never choose what to read next, so I feel like this idea will help me kind of cement, like, this is what you have to read this month. Hopefully I'll stick to it and actually read the books that you guys have chosen for me. So let's get into it. I'm going to put a screenshot on the page of the first picture that I posted on my Instagram stories. It should look, it's got purple on the left and orange on the right, and I've put some emojis over the photos that kind of relate to the story. Some of these books I kind of know what they're about, and some of them are a little bit blind. I have no idea, I've not even like researched, so I've kind of put emojis that I know for a fact are something to do with the story, or emojis that are just kind of on the cover and I've just kind of guessed. So some of them might be obvious as to what book is underneath, and some of them might make no sense at all. This first one, on the left, a sword and a flower, and that actually correlated with powerless. I put the sword because it's a sword on the front, and flowers because there's flowers on the front. But I have seen so many 5-star reviews for this book, and when I see things like that, like where they're really hyped up and they've got really good reviews, it scares me a little, because then I think, what if it doesn't live up to that hype for me? But yeah, so this is the one on the left, which is powerless, and the one on the right, the orange, has an apple and a Ferris wheel. My mind went blank then. And that is, of course, Caraval by Stephanie Garber. And I actually read this the wrong way around, I think. I've read Once Upon a Broken Heart and Ballad of Never After, but I've not read this series yet. And after reading that, people were saying that technically you should read this one first. So I have gone out and bought the first 2 books. Couldn't find the 3rd book in store, but I will get it at some point. This is the one that was on the right. So these were 2 options. Let's see the results of that poll. Caraval actually only got 31% and Powerless got 69%. Powerless has won this round, so this is officially on my September TBR. And I'm just going to say now, like, all the books that I've chosen, I'm not mad about any, like, I've not got any preferences, so I'm happy for this. I am. I'm looking forward to it. So I'm going to just put it here. Book 1. The second one that I put up was probably a lot more obvious, I think. And these 2 books are actually the first books in a series. They are both fantasy, and they are both series that I've had for a while, but I've been kind of scared to go into. I feel like when I read like a series, I am fully in it, and I don't want to come out of it. So when I think about going into a new series, it scares me a little. On the left we have a red with a rose and a wolf, and on the right we have grey with a hook and a clock. The red one I feel like is quite obvious, I think, and that is A Court of Thorns and Roses. Yes, I know I have not read this series yet, and it's everywhere. Everywhere I look on social media, people are raving about it. I've tried to avoid as many spoilers as I possibly can, and if I'm being completely honest, considering it is everywhere, I still have not got the faintest clue about what is in these books. So yeah, the reason I put the rose was obviously because it's A Court of Thorns and Roses, and On the blurb it said something about a wolf, so yeah. And then on the right was Hooked by Emily McIntyre. I have got this whole series as well, and again, I've just not picked them up yet. And I think these are retellings of, like, I want to say Disney stories. I think this one is a retelling of Peter Pan, Hook and Wendy, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong, but let's see which one out of those two. Okay, the one that I thought would win has definitely won. Akatar has got 59% and Hooked has got 41%, so quite close, but we have a winner, which means I'm officially entering my Akatar era. I'm actually scared. Please talk me round to entering this world. Like, I really hope that I love it, but I'm just so anxious that it might not live up to everything that I've seen. So yeah, but we are officially entering Akatar in September. So let's add it to the shelf. Next we have 2 romance books. I actually only picked these up the other day, but I have seen really good reviews on both of them. But on the left we have green, and it has a doctor, I think it is, and a letter. And on the right we have red, or is it pink? Pink, I think, with a lake and a clock that says 9 on it, I think. We have Yours Truly by Abby Jimenez. I don't know if I pronounced that right, but yeah. But I've seen really good reviews for this coming in at the minute, and when I saw it I had to pick it up, so I thought I'd put it into my September TBR to kind of split up a bit of the fantasy. And then we have Meet Me at the Lake by Carly Fortune. And again, this is another one that I've seen so many really good reviews for, and I'm excited to read this book. The reason I put a clock with 9 on it, I'm sure it says, yeah, it says on the blurb that someone arrives 9 years too late, someone from a past, I think. So that's why I put these 2. Let's see who won. Oh, okay. Yours Truly actually got 33% and Meet Me at the Lake 67%. So we have a clear winner. Meet Me at the Lake is going on to my September TBR. If you've read this book, then let me know what you think. It is quite a short book, so I'm hoping it'll be like a nice quick filler in between some of my heavier books that I've got this month. Next up we have 2 books that I have seen everywhere for a very long time, and I just haven't got around to read them. So on the left we have blue with an ice block and a hockey stick, which I feel like is very obvious. And on the right we have green with flowers and a microphone. On the left it is Icebreaker. Yes, I have not read it yet. And I think with this one, at first I saw so many like 5-star reviews saying how good it was, and then the longer I've been on Book Talk, the more negative reviews I've seen. So it's kind of a mixed batch of reviews, which makes me wonder whether it's going to be something that I enjoy or not. So I've kind of just, I have actually gone to pick it up so many times to start reading it, and I just never have. Then the one on the right is Practice Makes Perfect by Sarah Adams. I think there is another book before this where they kind of feed into each other, but you can read them as standalones, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. But I've seen some good things about this one, so I'm excited. The winner. Icebreaker actually got 59% and Practice Makes Perfect got 41%. So not too different, but Icebreaker has won, which means I'm officially going to have to read it and stop putting it off. Next is the final 2 that I've got, and again both of these books are the first of a series. These are both romance books, and again they're just books that I've been putting off because I don't know what it is. Like, I think if I see a book that gets hyped up loads and loads before I've even got around to reading it, it kind of puts me off, because then I feel like it's hyped up that much and it's just not going to live up to the expectations, which a few books I have read after seeing them hyped up have kind of disappointed. On the left, it's like a dark grey with a, what is that? I can't see. With a man in a suit and a roller coaster. And then on the right, we have a red book with a cowboy and a cow. It's meant to be a bull, but they don't have any bull emojis. So, I feel like these two are so obvious, but on the left we have the fine print, and on the right we have Flawless. This one's been on my shelf for a while. Like, the 3 books have been there and they stare at me daily, like saying read me, but I just never pick them up. And then the Flawless, I got the first 3 books the other day from the works for £6, so I'm excited to dive into this one. So let's see which one wins. Which one would you pick? So you guys voted the fine print 32% and Flawless got 68%. So Flawless is going on to my TBR for September. I did only pick 5 books for you guys to choose because I do have a lot of arcs this month to read, and I also am, like I said at the beginning of the video, I am very much a mood reader. So between these, I feel like there's quite a good mix of genres and things. Some are longer than others, some are shorter, so I feel like it's a good way of me choosing a book. But again, with being a mood reader, I will probably pick random books up through the month as well as these. We have Flawless. Excited to enter my cowboy era. I've seen good things. Then we have Icebreaker. Meet Me at the Lake. This one feels a lot shorter than the rest of them, so. And then we have The Two Fantasies, which is called Thorn and Roses, which will obviously lead on to me reading the rest of the series. And with it becoming autumn soon, Cozy Vibes, and Powerless, which I'm excited to read. There is our little September TBR, which I'm actually quite happy with. Like I said, I didn't have any preferences. Whichever way these polls went, I was happy to read either. I kind of tried to pair the books up with similar books as much as I could, like with the series and things and genres. But yeah, here they are. I'm excited to get reading. Thank you for watching. If you don't already, then please subscribe. It honestly means the world. Leave some comments below on books that you have on your September TBR, or books that you think I would enjoy or I should check out. I love to see your comments and communicate back with you guys. It's fun. So yeah, thank you for watching. Bye.